Hello, my fellow process people. Today we're going to be talking about Pia, the new process intelligence assistant from iGrafx. She uses Gen AI to help turn natural language into process diagrams. So let's jump right in. Here I am in Process 360 Live. I'm creating a diagram. I want to use Pia to do so, and we'll call the diagram Pia's Big Reveal. And the first thing that's going to happen is Pia is going to ask me what kind of diagram we want to create. So I'm going to tell her to create a diagram for the order to cash process. Now, I just chose a random name process, but if you have a list of activities, the things you do in your day-to-day, or if you have a list of activities that are in a standard operating procedure document somewhere, you could easily copy and paste those in or just manually spell out the steps. But I chose a named process here. So we have that process. We can see that she gave us some swim lanes, some of the steps that happen by each of those teams that are responsible for them, as well as a couple notes for what those steps actually entail. And the first thing I notice are the colors are kind of weird here, so let's change that, streamline it a bit, change the shapes to white. While she's doing that, I can start looking at the steps. So we receive the order, validate the order, make sure we have it in stock, prepare shipment, or notify a delay if it's out of stock. Ship it, generate an invoice, and receive payment. So this is a pretty good set of activities. I'm probably going to want to do something like we want to add a due date after we generate the invoice. So add a due date step after the invoice step. So she's thinking about that and is going to add it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, here we go, we set the due date. The next thing I do is, let's assume I'm German, right? Let's translate this diagram to German so she can also do that. All right, it's in German here. Unfortunately, I can't read it anymore. So that leads me to another cool feature of Pia where you can automatically go back to a previous version. So let's just get rid of that, go back to the English version. Here we are. And now this looks pretty good to go. So I can finish up. And then this is going to be stored in our repository where now if I'm a professional modeler, I can continue to update the diagram using more professional tools around modeling. If I check it out, I can do things like rearrange where certain elements are, maybe make the screen bigger. I could move steps around. I could add more steps. I could really get into designing this exactly how I need it to be. But as that first step, Pia really helped us get data into the system quickly, particularly useful for process owners who don't have that professional modeling background, making it much easier to start documenting your processes and improving your business. Thanks, everyone.